Hello, Bill Molyneux here with Bill's Wargame World, and I am with Miss Elizabeth at Fort Halifax, Pennsylvania. Take it away, Elizabeth. What are we doing here today?
Well, we are showing the public what has happened here at Fort Halifax back in the day. But I wanted to talk a little bit about how and why some people get into reenacting and what my story is. I got involved in native reenacting because of a Girl Scout camp where reenactors had come and shown the girls a little bit about native history. And I got very curious as to what my history was during this time frame. Well, lo and behold, I have a family branch in my family that came out of Kerr Creek, and they were swept up in a Shawnee raid in '64, considered the second Kerr Creek massacre if you look it up in history. Those family members were swept up by the Shawnee and taken into what is now West Virginia. So I have a personal connection to what I'm showing and displaying, and I love to talk about the lifelong learning that we do. Just because you want to reenact an era doesn't mean you just get to throw on a costume and start. You might have to learn how to sew, like this shirt that I had to hand sew. You might have to learn how to make beads or jewelry. You might have to learn how to make your uniform if you can't afford to purchase it. This is a French capot that I was able to purchase. But a lot of the things you end up making. And you do that by research, and more research. Just a few books that we have that we are studying all the time. Just happen to have these two handy. There's not a single reenactor I know that doesn't have a huge library in their home of backup material. Some other things crafts that you may have to pick up are doing bags like this, twining, or perhaps some finger weaving like this sash here. I did not make these two, but I have tried my hand at it. One thing I have been working on is learning how to brain tan. So the last couple of years, a friend of mine has been helping me learn the art of brain tanning.
I have to ask, because someone's going to ask me, what is brain tanning?
You use the brains of the animal to preserve its hide. And I always like to joke around that every animal has just enough brains to tan its own hide, except for elephants and teenagers.
That's a good joke.
Anyway, we probably have a good 40 to 50 hours in every hide that we do, and it doesn't matter if it's big, small, or whatever. Usually it takes about that long. It's a long, drawn-out process. I won't tell you about it all, but what comes out is a butter soft hide, and it smells like the smoke that we sealed it with. And it's been a real pleasure to be able to pick up an old craft like this and relearn it. So that's what we're here doing today. We are teaching the history, but we're also wearing the history and learning the history. We're learning by doing the history, and I hope you come out and enjoy this beautiful day.
And I guess I have one question.
Okay.
Where do you come from? Do you live in Pennsylvania here or somewhere else?
No, I live about three and a half hours away in the panhandle of Maryland, up in the mountains.
Wow, and you drove all this distance just to participate here and help teach history. That's amazing. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yes, I like to say that reenactments are like family reunions. You just never know which cousins are showing up. So I will see friends at one location once a year, and maybe not see them again until I return to that location the following year.
All right. Well, thank you. And everyone stay safe, be kind, and be courteous, and visit a historical site somewhere near you. Thank you for watching.